Welcome to Authentic for Brazil 201. I'm your host, Brazil 201, and the Oscar nominations are here. And obviously, we are full on Monica Barbaro Hive. I'm so proud of her. Is she my number one celebrity crush? Of course. So is Ella Purnell. I have a type. Hot white girl, great eyebrows, black hair, 5'6". And it's not just because I met her a few times and she's just great. But anyway, today's episode is about the Oscars. We're going to go through all the categories, who I think will win. Full disclosure, I am not an Oscar voter. I'm an award voter for almost every other award show. And it is interesting that the SAG Award nominations basically were the same as the Oscar nominations, which is why I was like, wow, Monica got nominated. And I was like, way to go. I'm proud of this. I think the way I voted in the SAG Awards is probably how the Oscar body is going to work. Now, the Oscar body is a lot smaller than the other award show bodies because you have to be invited to join the Oscar. You have to be nominated for an Oscar to join. You have to win an Oscar to join. It's a whole thing. Basically, though, I do have an Emmy vote, which I do not know why, but I got invited by the Television Academy to be an Emmy voter. Anyway. This, I think, is going to be a great Oscars. I kind of regret, though, because in my SAG Awards, I didn't vote for Monica. I just wanted her to be nominated. I voted for Ariana Grande just because I don't think Wicked for Good is going to be as good as Wicked Part 1. So I feel like Ariana should win for this one and not the next one. I'm sorry, but I do hope we get Top Gun 3 and Monica gets nominated for that. And wins for that. Or she's just going to start becoming like a good, box office star. Because she's amazing. And not just because she's super hot. But she is, amazing. So we're going to go through all the categories first. First of all, Amelia Perez got the most nominations. And I'm very confused how. Amelia Perez is not that good a movie. I mean, I liked it. It was constantly a 4 or 5. But in my terms of ranking. But I do not think it's, Oppenheimer level worthy. But you know what? This is a weak year. And it is what it is. So anyway, here are our actors that were nominated for the Oscars. Adrian Brody in The Brutalist. My boy Timothy Chalamet in A Complete Unknown, who is hosting SNL this week. Colman Domingo in Sing Sing. Ralphia Fiennes in Conclave. And Sebastian Stan in The Apprentice, which really shows the vibe shift is here. Okay, so anyway, I believe Timothy Chalamet will win. I think he'll win the SAG Awards as well. I think people really want to finally give it to Timmy, and he should get it for Bob Dylan. I'm sorry, A Complete Unknown is also a better movie than The Brutalist. Sorry, Sean Tennessee, you were wrong to think The Brutalist is better than A Complete Unknown. Anyway, next we have Best Actress in a Leading Role. Cynthia Erivo for Wicked, Carla Sofia Garçon for Amelia Perez, Mikey Madison for Nora, Demi Moore for The Substance, and Fernanda Torres for I'm Still Here. Now, this is where I'm kind of confused. I think now because Demi Moore won the Golden Globe, Demi Moore will win now for The Substance. I voted for Mikey Madison in Nora, and not just because the sex scenes were amazing. But I do think Mikey Madison in Nora, who had the amazing Brooklyn Italian fucking Russian accent, which I love, and everything. And so I think Demi Moore wins, but I think I'm very confused. Whoever the SAG Awards go, I believe that's how it's going to play out. So I do think I voted for Mikey Madison and Nora. I think Demi Moore is going to win. Best Actor in a Supporting Role. Our Succession boys are here. Congratulations, Kendall and Roy Moore. But we have Yura Balshevich in Nora. Kieran Culkin in A Real Pain, Edward Norton in A Complete Unknown, Guy Pearce in The Brutalist, Jeremy Strong in The Apprentice. I voted for Kieran Culkin in the SAG Awards, and I think Kieran Culkin is going to win for A Real Pain. Best Actress in a Supporting Role. Now this is our girl, Monica Barbaro for A Complete Unknown, Ariana Grande for Wicked, Felicity Jones in The Brutalist, Isabella Rossellini in Conclave, and Zoe Saldana in Amelia Perez. So here's the thing. I still do not think Zoe Saldana should be in Best Supporting. She has more screen time than the person who plays Amelia Perez. Because, if Zoe Saldana got nominated for Best Actress, I would have voted for her. I do not think I voted for Ariana Grande in Wicked. I think Ariana Grande is going to win. I know Zoe Saldana won the Golden Globe, but Monica Barbaro getting the 2 nominations in both the SAG Awards and now the Oscars means there's a real Monica Barbaro hive. And I'm glad. I think Ariana Grande will win. I want Monica Barbaro to win. There we go. That's who I voted for Ariana Grande. Best Director. Sean Baker in Anora. Brady Colbert in The Brutalist. James Van Golden in The Complete Unknown. Joaquin Zaynard in Amelia Perez. And Corrale Forgot in The Substance. This is the one where I'm really confused because we don't have really any amazingly directed movie. Because next year, Avatar 2 is coming out, and obviously James Cameron is going to get nominated for that, as well as the person who's directing F1, right? Those are clearly going to be one of the winners next year, and it's kind of weird how we kind of already know the race for next year because of all the heavy hitters. Now, I don't have a Directors Guild vote, and I wouldn't be eligible to vote in this. I think we're going full Complete Unknown here. James Van Golden, A Complete Unknown, will win Best Director. Now, for Best Cinematography, this is The Brutalist, Dune Part 2, Amelia Perez, Maria, and Nosferatu. I think we're getting Nosferatu will win. Best International Feature Film. There is no point to even name the other categories because one of the other nominees, because one of the movies nominated in this is in the Best Picture list. So obviously, Amelia Perez is going to win Best International Feature Film. Best Adapted Screenplay. A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Amelia Perez, Nickel Boys, Sing Sing. I think it's going to be Nickel Boys. A lot of people like it. It wasn't my type of movie, but I do think it is. Now, Best Original Screenplay. Anora, The Brutalist, A Real Pain, September 5th, and The Substance. I love September 5th. I'm mad it didn't get one of the Best Picture slots. I think we give it to September 5 here. Best Live Action Short Film. Aliane Nooja, I'm Not a Robot, The Last Ranger, and The Man Who Cannot Remain Silent. I've seen all of these. I think it's The Last Ranger who wins. Best Animated Short Film. Beautiful Men, Shadow of Cypress, Magic Candles, Wander to Wonder, and Yuck. I haven't seen any of these movies, so I'm not even going to bother. So I'm not even going to make it. Best Animated Feature Film. Now, this is interesting because Moana 2 was not nominated, which is ridiculous. So we have Flow, Inside Out 2, Memoir of a Snail, Wallace and Gromit, and The Wild Robot. Now, this is the tricky thing. The Wild Robot is a lot like Zootopia, where there's a whole bigger message, right? So it's not just quote-unquote a kid's movie. But so is the same deal with Inside Out 2, and everyone really relates to the anxiety and person and all of that. So, gun to my head, Inside Out 2. Best Documentary Short. I believe I Am Ready Warden is the one that's going to win this. Okay, and then we have Best Documentary Feature Film, which is Sugarcane. We don't even have to bother. Now, our Best Original Song, we might as well just call this the Amelia Perez Award because it's either Mika Vino or El Ma's going to win. So I don't know which Amelia Perez song is going to win, but it is going to be an Amelia Perez song. Best Original Score, Brutalist, Conclave, Amelia, Wicked, and Wild Robot. I am assuming this is where Wicked goes. Best Makeup and Hairstyling, A Different Man, Amelia Perez, Nosferatu, The Substance, and Wicked. Once again, this has to clearly be Wicked. Best Costume Design, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Gladiator, Nosferatu, Wicked. I'm going to go Gladiator 2. Best Editing, Anora, The Brutalist, Conclave, Amelia Perez, Wicked. Okay, first of all, I do not think any of these movies were edited at all very well. So this is just a weird way to do this. So I'm going to go, I guess, Anora. Best Sound, A Complete Unknown, Dune, Amelia Perez, Wicked, The Wild Robot. This is Dune Part 2, easily. Best Production Design, The Brutalist, Conclave, Dune, Nosferatu, Wicked. I'm going to go Wicked because Wicked was an actual real thing. It wasn't a lot of CGI. Best Visual Effects, Alien Romulus. Wow. Better Man, Dune Part 2, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and Wicked. This is interesting because the 7'5" fucking alien in Alien Romulus. Okay, so I think it's got to be Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. And Now we're at Best Picture. Here are our 10 nominees. Anora, The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, and Wicked. I think, while Emilia Perez is going to be a lot like Joker, where it got a lot of nominees, Emilia Perez is probably 4 or 5. I think this is the weird thing. Assuming Timmy and Monica win and James Mangold win, because of all the Complete Unknown wins, it should be A Complete Unknown. I think A Complete Unknown is the best movie of the year. Now, Wicked Hive has. I'm sorry, but in the Trump era, we are in the Trump presidency again. There's no scenario where Emilia Perez is fucking winning Best Picture. Okay, it's just not happening. Also, Emilia Perez is not the best movie of the year. It is easily A Complete Unknown or Wicked. Okay, you can make the case for Brutalist. Okay, I would put Anora over The Brutalist, but a lot of people really like The Brutalist. I would vote for A Complete Unknown. I think it's going to be A Complete Unknown. I am not going to be shocked if Brutalist wins. I don't think they give it to Wicked this year. Also, because next year we have Avatar, F1, and Wicked again. So, there we go. Also, let's just give a round of applause. Congratulations, Monica Barbaro. And congratulations, Ariana Grande. I'm glad both of you won. Fantastic stuff. Monica, I hope you won. Ariana Grande, I did vote for you. That's just how this works. Monica, I hope you're single too, I try to slide in the DMs. I'm a messy guy. Same with Ella Purnell, I noticed she archived every photo with her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend of 5 years. So she's out there. But, she's going to be a star too. We're shooting my shot. And also, as your 2028 presidential candidate, it is what it is. But anyway, this has been Oscars Nomination, Oscars Predictions, for another episode of Authentic with Brazil 201.